Hello, my loves, and welcome back to my channel, Living Healthy with Yelena. I'm Yelena. If we haven't met yet, hope you guys are having a beautiful week. It's honestly so hard to believe that we're already halfway through November. I just don't know about you guys, but time sure does seem to be flying by. And we're faced yet again with the beginning of the lunar cycle with this new moon in Scorpio happening at 23 degrees on Sunday, November 15th. So thank you for joining me once again. Keeping with the format, we'll start with the energy update and reading, and then head on into the ritual and guided meditation. So make sure you stay all the way through to the end. There are so many opportunities for healing in this, and I would love for you to join me. As you may or may not be aware, the new moon is all about new beginnings, a fresh start. Now, this is not only just in the lunar cycle, but also in a particular area of each and every one of our lives. So the part of your natal chart ruled by Scorpio will give you a better idea of the specific themes and where this is playing out for you. If you'd like to look at this a bit further, pull up a free birth chart for yourself online and check out which house is ruled by Scorpio. Scorpio is the big M with the arrow on the end of it. Whatever house that is, you can just Google the meaning of the house and it'll tell you the themes. To give you a good idea of what this looks like astronomically, a new moon is when the sun, the earth, and the moon form a straight line, or something that looks somewhat like a straight line, and the moon will be sandwiched in between the other two. Astrologically, the moon represents our emotional needs, our inner world, the version of us that only those closest to us would know. Now, the sun represents your identity, your will to be who you want to be in this world. It's the force that gives us the strength to become who we're destined to be. With these two luminaries side by side in the sky, there is an internal and external push to set new goals, start new projects, set intentions for where we want to be in 6 months. So this will be around the time of the Scorpio full moon, which falls on April 27th, 2021. And this is why I love working with the cycles of the moon so much, because it gives me a nice vision of how to plan my goals, where to set intentions for the future, and the time frame around which I should do that. This is why tracking your goals from new moon to new moon and seeing how they culminate on the full moons in these 6-month time frames is extremely valuable. And it helps you to achieve big things in your life. In my personal opinion, new moons can be a bit daunting. You have a fresh, open slate to create whatever you want. Gives you an opportunity to come to the drawing board and start fresh, but it's a time of not really knowing how this is going to pan out. You are just starting the creation phase, and it's just simply a thought. You have no idea how this is going to be brought into your material world. And if you're anything like me, I like to have answers. So really trusting and just going with the unknown can be a bit daunting. This may entail stepping outside of your comfort zone to venture into uncharted territory, and we all know what that comes with. The rise of our fears, our insecurities, our self-doubt, amongst many, many other things, which fall under the realm of the Scorpio archetype. So you might be seeing these things brought to the forefront a little bit more than usual during this time of year, and there is a reason for that, my friends. This makes it the perfect time of year to get right inside of ourselves so that we can create exactly what we want in our outside life. Being a Cancer rising myself, this is falling in my 5th house and really ringing true for me in the creativity department. Creativity being a 5th house topic. I'm setting the intention and beginning to make plans to create my own brand, rebranding everything I've already done, and going all out by hiring a professional, doing photo shoots and creating a website and everything that goes with that. And while the thought of this is very exciting when you look at the bigger picture, it can all seem very, very overwhelming when you bring it down to reality and start looking at everything you have to do. Sometimes I wonder how the heck it's even going to be possible. I have all kinds of fears about money that are coming up and things pertaining to my self-worth, to be completely honest with you, are rising to the surface. And knowing all that I know about astrology and the lunar cycles, I can't help but be extremely grateful for the opportunity to work through some more layers of what no longer serves me, so that I can step into this new role in my life. And I only share this situation with you so that maybe you can reframe it and look to see how it might be affecting you in your life. Try and think where this might be true to you. See if you can reframe the way that you're viewing the fears, the insecurities, the deep emotions and psychological disturbances that may be coming up. Whatever scorpionic type of topics that are surfacing for you right now. A lot of these things that come up when we're working on elevating ourselves, shifting to the next level in our lives, they stem from past traumas. Things that have happened to us, our ability to maybe achieve things in our past that didn't pan out the way we would have liked them. Maybe we failed in certain areas and we believe that things in our future aren't possible because of this. Maybe it's our mental programming from our childhood. And there are many other things that could be brought to the forefront right now. All of these things, they play a role in programming our subconscious mind, and they make us behave in certain ways. They make us make decisions that we wouldn't normally make if it wasn't for this programming. Now, the technique of reframing helps us to change the meaning of events and experiences from our past. Now, we can't always change the events or the experience itself, but we can change what it means to us. And this can be very, very powerful moving forward in our lives. Now, let me give you just a quick example. It could be as simple as redefining something in our lives that we would once refer to as a problem to now just being a challenge. And I don't know about you guys, but I love a good challenge. It sounds a lot nicer than facing a problem. It takes the heaviness out of it anyways. I'm going to give you a real life example as well. I'm sure we all have that person in our workplace that's extremely pessimistic and negative, maybe a low vibe type of character. And they're always saying things that annoy you or bringing down people in the workplace. And it can be really difficult to look at this type of situation without being affected by it. Maybe our old approach is to just think of all the negative qualities of that person, which in return, we're giving them more of our energy and it's really bringing us down. But instead, we might reframe the situation by thinking what could have happened in this person's childhood or traumas they faced in their life to make them the way that they are. And maybe knowing we might not be able to do anything directly to help them or change their situation, but what we can do is stand in our truth, stand in our light, more so than usual when we're around this person. And maybe our behavior, maybe our vibration will help affect them, and we might begin to see them change in the future. These are all just reframing techniques that may help us and help other people. Today in our ritual and guided meditation, we'll do a reframing exercise to assist us in our own lives, to help us view our problems as nothing but small challenges that will in return make us stronger. There is a strong potential for a very deep level of healing during this new moon. If you're willing to feel the feels, that is, explore the depths of your mind and face your fears. When this gets tough, just remember that we aren't just human beings. We are spiritual beings having a human experience, and that feeling and healing, growing and evolving are our birthright. It is completely your choice how much evolution you choose to do in each lifetime. Your free will and choice is respected and honored. But if you're anything like me and eager to realize your true potential, then hop on the diving board of life and away we go into the deep realms of the self to unlearn and relearn who we really are. What a beautiful gift that is. I like to think of our emotions as a compass. They're nothing but tools to guide us towards healing, towards what is or isn't right for us, towards self-knowledge. They help us to learn values, discover our self-worth, to learn where we need to create more boundaries. They help us to awaken, to unveil our truth, to learn what love is and what it isn't. Underneath the darkest sky of the lunar cycle, we're being given a gift, the opportunity to connect with the energies of the Scorpio new moon. Will you accept this gift? It's the opportunity to sit with the deepest, most intense parts of ourselves. Try not to run from this, my friends. Take it all in, and in the pinnacle of the intensity, ask, what is it that I need to know in order to truly grow? In order to step into that next level of awareness? By sitting with this, we are then gifted strength, awareness, and the power to be reborn again. Before we enter Sagittarius season, when we're given the opportunity to see the bigger picture, it's so very important to heal the parts of ourselves standing in the way of our greatness. If you'd like some things to add to your new moon ritual, I've come up with some tools for you to take away from this. Journaling can be extremely healing and even help to prompt shifts in our perspective and give us epiphanies. I have a couple of Scorpio new moon specific journal prompts just for you. Feel free to pause the video or even take a screenshot of these journal prompts. Starting with, what emotions are holding me back from moving forward in my life? What steps can I take? What intentions can I set to help me feel and move through these emotions that are being brought up? Is my fear rational or irrational? Is it based on fact or fiction? And if it's fact, what are they? What steps can I take to accomplish what's necessary in my life despite my fears? Maybe it's extra planning, preparation, or some type of engagement with other people. If I knew failure was not an option, what would I start doing right now? Beautiful. Concluding the journal prompts, we'll now move into some essential oils that can be extremely powerful to use in ritual pertaining to the scorpionic energy. The first one being frankincense, which helps to connect you to source, opens up your intuition, and helps you with prayer and having faith in the unknown. And secondly, using lavender oil will help to ground and balance through times of uncertainty and change. If you are a person who likes to use crystals, there are two that I suggest using with these Scorpio energies. The first being amethyst. Helps to strengthen your intuition, deepening your understanding of self and life, and protects you from outside psychic interference, supporting an overall sense of well-being. And finally, black tourmaline is something that I carry in my pocket every single day that I go to work, helping to ward off negative energy and entities and thoughts, attracting all things positive, bringing you confidence, a sense of personal willpower, and also helping to ground your energy and release fear. All right, my loves, we are now moving into the guided meditation portion of our new moon ritual today. So find yourself a comfortable spot, whether seated or lying down on your bed or yoga mat. Become aware of your breath. Inhale a deep breath through your nose. Exhaling deeply through the mouth. Follow your abdomen as it rises and falls with the air. Letting go of all that may be pulling on your spirit or weighing you down. Relinquish control of all that is on your mind and place it on a mental shelf outside of yourself. Fully and completely trust that all is as it should be. Feel a soothing peace wash over your body on your next inhale. Allow your back to sink further down into the bed on your exhale. Take this time to simply be yourself. There is nothing more important for you to do right now. So just relax and meditate on cultivating a thankful heart. Let it lift you above all your circumstances. Now in this moment, you have everything you need. Let go of all striving and doing, and rest in this divine peace. Take a few moments to connect with your breath. I would like to begin this mindfulness, reflective meditation session with a quote. The spiritual life does not remove us from the world, but leads us deeper into it. The values of this world keep us away from the peacefulness of the soul. We no longer live in the present. We forget to appreciate the simplest of things. We take so many things for granted, always wanting more, failing to see that we are infinite. Because spiritual practice is not as spectacular as owning the newest car or winning that amazing trip to Costa Rica or becoming famous. We tend to focus less on spiritual discipline and more on immediate pleasure. Marketing has taught us that happiness and completeness are just around the corner. However, this world has no corners. Spirituality says that happiness is here now. Nevertheless, we don't see it when we look around. So what can we do? Making space in your life for spiritual ritual and discipline helps you to remain in the present moment. It shows you what you're missing by constantly looking elsewhere. It deepens your confidence and insight and puts you right back on track, guiding you towards your goals. One of the most important realizations that a human being can have is that the state of our inner world, our emotions, our fears, and belief systems are a direct reflection on the world we experience outside of ourselves. We create what we experience outside. That's why it's so important to get right with our feelings and emotions and reframe our perspective of the way that we see things. Ginny Whitelaw, in her book, The Zen Leader, describes this reframing as a flip from out there to in here. And she says, as we grow in mindfulness, we develop our inner life, realizing a deeper self-awareness, developing increased understanding of the nature and strength of our personal triggers, and building a greater understanding of and tolerance for other people's differences. This enriched inner life builds our capacity for insight, resilience, creativity, and integration of our words and actions with our life purpose. Now I would like for you to reflect on a situation you may be dealing with currently that you view as a problem. Or maybe it's a negative emotion, thought, or fear that comes up for you. I would like for you to recognize the thought. If the thought happens to be, I'm not good enough, life is never going to get better, or some form of complaining or blaming or something like that, take a moment to recognize that the thought is just forming in your brain. No judgment, just bringing awareness to it now. Experiencing negative thoughts, your body is also reacting. You're going through some form of a fight, flight, freeze response. So take a moment to focus on relaxing your body. Even if the thought may be stressful or an annoyance, try and soften around it. Reconnect with your breath. Through mindful breathing, you can use the out breath to release tension in your body, as well as any negative thinking. You can even imagine negative thoughts leaving your body every time you exhale. Now that you have a little space between you and your negative thoughts, consider for a moment, what's actually good right now? What's going on that's good in life? Could it be that you're safe? Your body is working okay in this moment? That you actually have some friends you can count on? You have a job? Maybe you're able to see what a certain experience or relationship in your life is teaching you, making you stronger, more discerning. Whatever it might be, see if you can name a few of those, recognize them, and also just linger in that a little bit longer. Practice these three things over and over again as an experiment. What you practice and repeat starts to become more automatic. When you catch yourself in a negative loop, repeat this process. It doesn't matter if you're at home in meditation or at work amongst a crowd of people. As we wrap up our time together today, I'd like to finish with repeating a couple powerful affirmations. Repeat the following statements after me. I am not my thoughts or emotions. I am simply the one experiencing them. I have the ability to turn any problem in my life into an opportunity for growth and expansion. As I do the work within, things miraculously fall into place in the outside world. When you're ready, Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Gently start bringing movement back to your body. Take as much time as you need to wake up your muscles, and when you're ready, roll to your right side and resume a seated position. As you leave this meditation today, feel the newfound positivity that fills your body and mind. And you also now have a new skill of being able to reframe problems into challenges to take with you out into your life. Thank you so much, my loves, for joining me for another new moon reading, ritual, and meditation. I am so forever grateful for your presence. Namaste. If you benefited from this content, please help the channel out. Tap that like button below, as well as hit subscribe for more videos containing astrology, spirituality, and self-development content. Peace.